Magnolia virginiana, the Sweetbay magnolia, a member of the Magnoliaceae or magnolia family. This species can be found mainly along the Atlantic and Gulf coastal plains from Long Island to South Florida and as far west as eastern Texas. It is most abundant in Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and South Carolina. The Sweetbay magnolia is a slow-growing, often multi-trunked, medium-sized, evergreen to semi-evergreen hardwood tree. It prefers moist or wet, often acidic soils of coastal swamps, streams, and ponds. Its attractive foliage and flowers make it a desirable ornamental landscape tree, and the straight-grained wood is easily worked and used for veneer, boxes, and furniture. The leaves and twigs are browsed by deer and cattle, while the fruit is eaten by many wildlife species including gray squirrels, wild turkey, quail, and numerous songbirds. The Sweetbay magnolia is classified as intermediately tolerant to shade, flooding, and fire. It has a poor tolerance to saltwater inundation and salt spray. Fire will top-kill smaller sweetbays, with post-fire root sprouting occurring within just a couple of months depending on the timing of the fire. Larger trees with thicker bark are more resistant to mortality by fire. Not only does the Sweetbay magnolia reproduce from root sprouts, it also reproduces sexually through seed production and germination. This picture was taken in November after the fruit had already dehisced. The fruit is an aggregate that starts off pinkish and ripens to reddish brown anywhere from July through October. At the fruit's maturity, the follicles dehisce and the bright red, somewhat flat, oval seeds emerge to hang suspended by fine silky threads. The Sweetbay has alternate, simple leaves that are oblong to elliptical with an entire leaf margin, sometimes wavy. The thin leathery leaves are shiny green above and much paler silver white below. The bark is smooth, reddish brown to gray, and often mottled. The flowers appear in late spring and are perfect and occur singly at the end of branches. They are creamy white, approximately 2-3 inches in diameter. Also note the pale underside of the leaf on the left-hand side of the photo. This is a key identifier for this species. The twigs are pale green and pubescent, becoming reddish-brown later in life. The terminal buds are relatively long with fuzzy, silvery gray scales. A stipular scar encircles the twigs and can help distinguish it from the loblolly, redbay, and common sweetleaf with which it can be confused. The Sweetbay magnolia's larger cousin, the southern magnolia, will have these circular stipular scars, but can be distinguished by its general larger size and its rusty red pubescent underside of its very thick, almost plastic-like leaf. This presentation was brought to you by Wes Woodham. I am taking dendrology at the University of Florida with Dr. Mac Thetford.